Hi, I'm Yappo, and with me today is Goatface.
Hello.
And this is the last week of the regular season against PMJ's the Snuggle Gang. As you can see, I was down 100 or it says I'm down 206, 210, but I have a loner lineman that it doesn't count. So I'm down 150 and picked up a wizard.
Good choice.
Yep. I hopefully it will do better than the last wizards I've had, but we'll see. In the league, Cool Guy won and Sabby lost, so I have to get a tie or better. If I get a tie or a win, I can advance to the playoffs.
It shouldn't be that rough to get a tie in this, I wouldn't think.
I'm missing a runner and an Ulf in this game,
Okay, that makes it more difficult, yeah.
but
But, yeah,
I do have a 4 agility berserker in Mangle armor, and Squizgar has dodge now, so you can see his little feathered hat there, number 6.
nice. Fancy. How heavily blocked up is this team? PMJs?
PMJ's actually got a pretty good team. He's actually got 2 plus agility rolls, 1 white and 1 werewolf. Luckily, his ghouls don't have any skills, so they're super duper easy to kill, but other than that, it's a pretty solid team. Both of his flesh golems have block and guard.
Nice. It's not, well, say that, I mean, you've got the first reception, you can kind of boss your way around here a bit. I mean, are you planning on scoring early, or is this a...
Well, I was trying to, pick on some zombies, like that armor value 7 one that I hit with Mighty Blow, and it just nothing.
'Cause I mean, when I play Undead, I always just get obsessed with killing ghouls.
Yeah, and I do aim for ghouls at some point, but he does a pretty good job of hiding them with his setup. I'm not gonna make those kind of dodges to just try and punch a ghoul.
Well, Yeti didn't do a thing. Okay, he did do a thing.
Alright, so just for reference here, just prior to this game, the night before I played this game, I played 2 fumble games. In the first game, I got 5 sets of double skulls in 50
Ouch.
blocks. The second game, I got 2 sets of double skulls in 50 blocks. So I'm now up to 8 double skulls in the span of 3 games.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah, like, it's
I'd
just
say
been absolutely brutal.
it's actually been quite a while since I've thrown the double skulls on like a second block. I've seen one on the first one, I got a reroll, but
Well, I
it's
got
been a while since I've actually thrown them in anger.
in the playoff game I played for the Goon Fumble League, I did quad skull. That was there were 2,
Yeah,
it counts for 2 sets, so
well, it's weird 'cause at the minute I'm mostly playing teams where skulls on both down are effectively both down. So throwing the double skulls is actually quite an easy thing to do for me recently. But yeah, it's just not happened. Knuckle has been with me.
there you go. His werewolves are pretty nasty. One of them has Mighty Blow, yeah, this one, and Tackle.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty good at murder because it has claws. I mean, werewolves come with claw as well.
Yeah. It's not a
So he's basically like a much better behaved Yeti.
with significantly less strength.
Yeah, but he's got enough guard on his team. He's got 3 or 4 guard players, so it's not too bad off on that front.
Yeah, with well, as did you say, 2 of them with flesh golems?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be hard to get out of the way.
The flesh golems also have they're 4 strength, but they have stand firm.
Yeah.
So even if you can knock him down if it takes you a couple, or if you have a couple assists over there, you can't run him away, or if you get a push or whatever. So they're just kind of huge pain in the ass.
I always find that I either end up completely ignoring them and just staying about 2 squares away the entire game, or tying up half the team just trying to knock one down.
This is actually pretty lucky because the follow up there would have been a 1 dice block, but
Yeah, you're Norse, you throw 1 dice blocks at the time.
yeah, I don't know what I was thinking here. It's just like, oh,
I jump up. quite rare.
I don't know. I was like, well, I don't really know what I'm going to do here because I don't really have a good option to run through, and I don't have.
Yeah, it's. I'm surprised you actually pushed forward there. I would have thought, I suppose, with the walls there, though, you can't really hang back, can you?
No, the werewolves have 8 movements, so you trying to run away from them isn't really going to work. Oh, look, it's more double skulls.
When they come in multiples. So, what were you thinking with your wizard in this game? Were you planning on using him
Um,
just spite to fuck someone, or
as
are you going to hang on to him until you
general
really need
rule,
him?
I'll either see a good thing for a lightning bolt, or if I see like 4 or 5 guys standing nearby, I'll just fireball them. Like generally, if I can get 4 guys, it's better to fireball than it is to lightning bolt.
Yeah. Though it does. It's really annoying when you fireball like 5 guys and none of them.
One of them down and don't even break armor.
Yeah. You just. Oh, it's painful.
Yeah. Luckily, he followed that block up, which I thought was kind of silly since there's an old foreigner right there, but it works.
Yeah.
It's good for me, so.
I just played a game today of Chaos versus Flings, and there was one serious injury the entire game, and that was AJ's Chaos killing Deeproot.
Yeah. So far in this game, my armor's held up fairly well. Surprisingly enough. I mean, I've had a couple stuns and stuff, but so's he, so it's really not been too bad.
Are Underworld normally. No, not Underworld, what am I talking about? Undead, are they normally 88 or 7? I can't remember.
They're mostly AV8, but this is necromantic.
Yeah, okay. I'll remember what team we're talking about at some point in the future, don't worry.
Yeah, the big draw to necromantic are the werewolves. They are the linchpin of the team. So you always want to try and get werewolves out as quick as you can.
Yeah.
Especially these ones because he has a murder wolf and a ball handling wolf.
They do, if you let them live too long, they do have a tendency to turn into significantly more deadly gutter runners. And you don't want that.
Yeah, his number 6 there has plus agility and I believe dodge, so he's kind of a pain in the dick to deal with. And my shadowing won't work as well on him because
he's much faster than you are.
Yep. And I somewhat forgot about the whole surfing opportunity here because I forget other teams have frenzy, but I also didn't think he was going to dodge his ghoul out of a tackle zone just for the surf.
Yeah. It was a ballsy choice, but turned out well for him, so you can't really complain. I always forget frenzy all the time. Or I set up for anti-frenzy defense when the opposing team has no frenzy just because I'm being paranoid about it that day.
I love frenzy. It's such an underrated skill, I feel like, because throwing a second block is like a free reroll, especially if you're trying to hit a ball carrier.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, I didn't knock him down the first one. Well, I can do it again.
Especially if you're playing sort of low armor teams. I mean, with stunties it's even worse. You can just slaughter things with frenzy.
And that's really good because I just KO'd his wolf.
Yep.
And that's one of the murder wolf, or that's the murder wolf. So my dodges are slightly safer now. And I was trying to figure out if I could surf that ghoul, but
I can't really see where you get any form of assist from, so it'd be a rough one.
yeah, it'd be a bunch of dodge, like it'd be a 3+ dodge and then a -2 dice block to surf him as it stands right now. Or a 1 die and then a -2. So it's not really worth it, especially on an unskilled ghoul.
Well, he's got plus agility, he could probably make that dodge.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, it's 3+ dodge, but with dodge, I mean, it's not that bad. But I'm going to do this instead.
For an unskilled goal, it wouldn't really be worth the effort.
3+, 3+, 2+.
Not impossible, but not pleasant.
Failed the first two and then rolled 6s on the second two.
It's the best way to play, really. Just roll 6s.
And it's time for Hail Mary pass.
Hooray! I'm surprised you're staying that far up the front pitch. I mean, you normally do it from like in your own end zone.
Well, I wanted to, if it fumbled, to be near Squizgar. Because the Wolves are faster than I am.
Yep.
And that's actually a really good scatter for
a good one. That is a good scatter. Has he got anything in range?
No, he doesn't. I mean, the only player that can even get somewhat close is the Ghoul. And it's unskilled. Really good. I mean, he can mark me with a bunch of players, but he really can't. I mean, he can't get to the ball now.
He can mark you, yeah, but you're only going to need sort of one dodge to get out of it, and with a reroll, I'd take that any day.
So this is really not bad. Even though I don't have diving catch, it'll still work. And this is a substantially more like Elf or Skaven play than a Norse play, but it's okay, we'll make it work.
Although I do find that the punt is a heavily underrated play. Sometimes it is just, it's not the obvious way to go, but it is the best choice you can actually make in the game. You've actually got a better defense around you there than I thought you could get.
Yeah, and I found it odd he didn't blitz me with any of those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got jump up and stuff, but you still, hope for a lucky casualty or knockout or something. But yeah, his plus agility wolf is number 6 there, way down. Away from where the ball currently is.
He's pulling him back. I would have thought he'd leave him downfield as a receiver, to be honest. But
oh, there's the blitz.
Double pals.
He only could have hit me that one time, though, so I was really hoping he got push or failed to going for it or something, but yeah, if you hit your first frenzy block on your second going for it, you don't get to throw the second frenzy block because you've run out of movement.
Yeah. It's one that you quite often forget if you're making those desperate attempts to push off the field. Or at least I do.
And there's our loner. He's gone. On the bright side, I don't have to worry about accidentally rolling the wrong thing with him.
Yep. He's off the field, he's no longer a dice threat. More double power?
Yeah, like after the first couple of skulls, like everybody's been rolling pows. And I'm really surprised he didn't stand firm here. Because he's marking 3 guys. And
actually, yeah, why didn't he stand firm there?
I don't know. Because that frees up this guy to run up and give some assists.
Yeah, that's an odd choice.
There's
normally got stand firm, you just use it most of the time. It's not a...
Other thing is, he's actually in this. He's qualified for the playoffs no matter what, so this game doesn't really matter to him.
I suppose that does give you a certain freedom in how you play. You can take more risks that you wouldn't normally do. Although equally, I suppose you're trying not to get your players killed just because you know you're in the playoffs and you don't want to weaken teams the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. And so my goal here is basically just open up a gap so I can get Squizgar up there to actually help. And I get a lot of good armor breaks that round. Where to go for this ball?
Yeah, just go for it. What you got to do in this sort of... Well, yeah.
3+ with a reroll. Never gonna happen.
No, when you got dodge, so you can auto-fail it.
And I was like, oh, there's a nice group of 4 guys. If I knock down any of those guys, it'll be helpful.
I probably would have gone one up from there and gone for the ghoul instead of the white. But
Yeah, the white has plus agility though,
okay.
and the ghoul just has dodge. So the werewolf also has block, dodge, and plus agility. So
Right. So I think my favourite use of the fireball is when someone's trying to gang foul a tree, and you just launch it on top of the tree, and see how many you can take out of the 8 surrounding it.
if someone's gang fouling you with a wizard, you just cast it on your own guy and hope they survive.
Exactly. And when you're doing it with a tree, he's got 10 AV, so he's not going to really be that bothered by any kind of armor break from them. So you might as well just use it as an offensive choice.
And see here, I was really surprised that he didn't bother to mark Squizgar, who has shadowing and tackle against the Blodge Wolf. Like I was just like, oh, okay, I guess I've got a free guy now. That's cool.
By just sitting there, he's probably reduced it to a 1-score half. But
yeah, I mean, I have actually done a 1-turn touchdown as Norse before.
yeah, it's not pleasant though.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't remember how I did it. Yeah. And Yeti.
That is just strange the way he left him open.
Yeah,
And he's in range as well. That's just odd.
And it's a 2+ dodge with a reroll, so it's double skull chance failing. That's like, alright, I'll just do that this way, because Frenzy, again.
Yeah.
But I don't need it. And that would be
nice.
a minus agility, plus agility elf who fails regeneration.
That is good. That is a straight fire for most teams.
That is a straight fire for that wolf. I virtually guarantee that that wolf will be fired for the next game.
He's just sucking up TV really there. He's not.
Yeah, because that's an extra 40 team value that's
40k.
completely useless now. And this went from looking not great because he had the ball to looking really, really good for me.
You got 2 guys there. He's got.
I mean, he's got a couple zombies.
He's got a zombie.
Yeah.
Looking.
Got a zombie that can threaten, and then a ghoul maybe.
Not anymore.
I mean, the ghoul could still threaten a little bit, but
You need what? You need 2 GFIs to actually get a mark on something?
and yeah, something like that. I rerolled that because I had my leader reroll, and I actually got an extra reroll on kickoff, so I have like 3 rerolls left on turn 5. I figured I'd just go ahead and use it, try and hurt some more players.
Ending the half with them, they're just wasted, so you might as well use them when you've got them.
Yep. There is a bit of strategy though if you're playing elimination games, because you don't get new rerolls for overtime, you get the ones you had in the second half. So
Really?
yeah, so if it starts looking like you're going to go into overtime, you got to start really thinking hard about when you want to use rerolls.
I suppose that says more about the fact I've never been in an elimination kind of final.
I wasn't going to go there, but you are kind of shitty.
I just have a habit of deliberately gimping my teams.
And look, more double skulls, but they weren't me this time. So, that's one of the nice things about Norse is you'll notice that was Peyton mainly. A lot of teams, their throwers are only good at throwing the ball. Norse throwers are still out of the box pretty good at taking blocks and throwing blocks because they start with block. So
they are perfectly capable of holding the line when you need them to.
Yeah, in fact, a lot of times Peyton will end up on the line if I start running low on linemen because he's less valuable than every other positional.
Yeah. It's especially in teams like Elves where the line will end up with the block, wrestle, or dodge, but your thrower will have throwing skills, and he is just stupidly squishy when he actually gets into any kind of fight. Nice double power.
Yep, and part of the reason I did this was if I hurt this guy, I can stall. Or if I stun him, I've got an extra turn.
And you KO him, so that's a big win.
Yeah. And I figured the skillless zombie wasn't going to try and 1D blitz me. So.
Whining about the dice, a classic.
And I figured he wouldn't really try and blitz me with 1 die because I think he's got block, so, and I have block and dodge, so it's probably not gonna do a 1 dice blitz on 2 going for it and knock me down. Probably.
If it was zombie, then maybe, but straight block's not going to do anything really, is it?
Probably not. And again, he didn't use stand firm, which I thought was really weird.
Yeah, he's leaving guys freed up, which is odd.
Because now I'm going to do this. So now the zombie's going to have to make a dodge and 2 going for it. Or actually, if he wants to make it 2 going for it, he's going to have to make 2 dodges. So. Yeah, we're getting awfully slight on players here on the field. Both of us.
That's a good sign of a game. Sign of a good game. Whatever. You've got... Actually, it's fairly evenly balanced, isn't it?
It's not too bad. I've KO'd a couple of linemen, and the plus agility werewolf is the biggest injury of the game so far.
The fact that your Yeti's off the pitch is kind of annoying, but
yeah,
the Yeti, that's what they do.
The Yeti's kind of annoying to play with though, so it's kind of hit and miss.
Can't really imagine it being much of a passing game where his aura would really come into effect. But
PMJ actually does have a bit of a passing game, so he's got 2 plus agility players. So, but disturbing presence still affects the handoff on catches. Oh yeah, shadowing time.
Awesome.
And that's why I marked the goal with Squizgar, because he failed his dodge just there.
Nice.
He escaped the shadowing to fail his dodge, so it worked out just about perfect.
Now the powers will flow.
It's like, I want to double mark that guy, but I gotta knock this zombie down so I don't have to dodge, because that's the assistant coach up there who's got 2 agility. And since it's turn 7 and I have 2 rerolls, I have to use 1 a turn to get them all used up. So now I can move out of the zombie range completely, and that white that doesn't have tackle is the only one that can get to me. And he's double marked with shadowing, so.
Yeah. It's a pretty good place to be. I mean, you're going to force him, if he wants to score this half, he's going to pretty much have to make the 1 turn. And while he's got the wolves, which you can do it without too much trouble, it's still not an easy play.
Yeah, and I was trying to put some more guys on him. In retrospect, that was a bad idea, because he could have shoved his white out on a blitz if I put a guy there, but... I forget what his plan here is, but... Okay, he's gonna blitz his way out and then mark me. It's a slim chance, but it's better than nothing.
Yep. But you've got shadowing.
Yep. I do have shadowing. And I have tackle.
Shadowing and tackle is a brilliant combination.
And he's smart, he remembered I had shadowing, so he didn't click the whole run at the same time.
Yep. Because when you just start dragging people across the field, it's... Well, unless you're deliberately trying to drag them into something, it's generally not the best.
Yeah, and I thought I was saying, I was like, what? And he failed his dodge there, actually.
Mark can sort of see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get you in a place where he can then get next to him without you following, assuming he escapes the shadowing.
Yeah, and without him having to dodge into a tackle zone is why he went that direction.
But we didn't get there, so...
Yep, so he tried to mark, but shadowing saves the day, so it's just a free walk into the end zone for me. On turn 8 of my reception drive, which is pretty good if you're looking for a tie.
Yeah. It was never going to be a particularly easy escape either, was it? Because he's got
6 movement to my 7, yeah. And it's boring and all that other stuff, but this is what I have to do if I want to make it into the final. Because werewolves are fast enough that a 2-turn touchdown is nothing to them.
They are seriously annoying things to play against.
And the Yeti stays down. Luckily, both of his werewolves are down, so he's got ghouls if he wants to try and do a 2-turn touchdown, or a 1-turn.
But he's strong line.
Yeah, he's just gonna punch me. Try and get some pass SPP and call it a half.
Vanity pass and a few punches, and it's not that bad. If he's already in the playoffs, then the SPP is probably better for him than the win, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't need a win. He really needs ghoul levels though, because unleveled ghouls just have a huge target painted on them, since they are armor value 7 and have no regeneration.
Well, to be honest, leveled ghouls have a pretty big target paint on them as well. But just because they're annoying.
Leveled ghouls can survive slightly better than...
Well, once they're blodged up, yeah, they survive as well as anything that's blodged up. But personally, I just hate them. I just stamp on them whenever I get the chance. I don't even know why. Just an irrational hatred of ghouls, and I just lose it in the head, and you just want to get up there and just stamp there on the ground.
I know some of the undead coaches anymore just don't even start with ghouls. They just start with positionals.
Yeah, some people suggest it was the standard start for the team.
This is how much how much of a liability ghouls are. And the problem is they end up being your ball carriers, and they just get killed all the time.
They either end up as complete SPP hogs, or they die.
Sometimes both, and then you don't have any SPP left. And I am completely okay with that.
That is perfectly fine.
I was like, oh, he's going to turn 8 foul me, what a dick. And it's like, okay, nope, that's good.
Completely pointless in the end foul, and it's nothing to be concerned about.
Yep, and Yeti's still down.
Lady son of a bitch.
And the last wolf, so 4 of his 4 KOs got up in 2 chances. And my 1 did not get up in 2 chances.
Such is life.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Did you have any babes?
No, I did not have babes, but that's still 75%. I mean, that's Kimmery odds of getting up, but...
Yeah, it happens. Oh, and that's a brilliant result.
Yeah, with a kick like that, it's kind of like, well, shit. Because I can't really do anything to go even pressure that kick.
No, you're set up too far back for it to really matter.
Yeah, I set up further back because, like, werewolves and ghouls are faster than I am. I gotta, kind of...
Yeah. You need to keep the backfield packed so that you can really control it. But
yeah, because I don't even need to stop him from scoring. I just need to keep him from scoring twice. So if I can slow him down to, take even 6 turns here, I can probably get a tie. Which, as lame as it sounds, playing for a tie like that is important in league matches like this, where that's just what you have to have. So,
especially when you're down in team value. I mean, sometimes it's just the best you can hope for.
And then the other thing is I got to try and keep all my players as alive as possible for next week because we're already low on money and missing players.
And the thread might buy you something horrific if you actually have money.
No, I pretty much instituted it. We have to fill the core positionals rule first if we have the money for it. Other than that, though,
You know, you want them to just spend it all on cheerleaders and assistant coaches.
yeah, because they're so great. Love that team value bloat. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised he wasn't more aggressive for the ball back there, but he doesn't really need a win or anything. He can take his time and
A tie for him, well, a loss for him isn't particularly significant, so he can set up and just grind down the field if he wants to, or
yeah,
spend his time punching your men. Or
I think his plan is probably to try and do a slow grind and then eventually get it to that 3 SPP goal for the touchdown. That way he can get a level on him and stuff. Because in a game like this, I mean, that's basically what he's thinking about, is how can I get levels on players?
yeah, I'm surprised actually he hasn't thrown more vanity passes so far.
3 agility.
He's got, well, as you say, he's got a couple of 4 agility players. That's
Well, the 1-4 agility guy got minus agility early on.
true. Yeah,
And yeah,
his pass game has kind of been ruined by that.
that's the 3 SPP goal that just picked it up. So. And the assistant coach has actually been doing pretty good this game, despite being the world's worst thrower. It's him right there that just threw that block.
He's got passion.
And PMJ is unhappy that all his zombies keep getting KO'd.
They're zombies. That's what they're for.
Yeah, I think he's mostly mad because I'm not getting KO'd hardly at all.
Well, AB7 is steel,
And
as we all know.
Hungry Like the Ulf has actually been doing really well for himself. He's got Mighty Blow now, which is one of my favorite. Basically, once Ulf Warners get Mighty Blow and block, they become unstoppable killing machines. Because they're 4 strength and frenzy and 6 movement.
Yeah. They just chew through anything short of big guys most of the time.
And I'm leaving Mangle Armor back a little ways just because that's his tackle werewolf and I don't really want to be near him if I can avoid it. And it's kind of my backup safety since he's got, even if they try and mark him, he's got the best chance to get to somebody to knock him down.
I forget, is there actually any guard on this team other than Hornist and Cuss Beastman?
Nope, that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a little sparse for a 1500 team.
Slightly.
Because the other Ulf's out, and Finn the Berserker has tackle and plus movement, and then Mangle Armor is basically an elf because he's got 2 agility, 2 agility and 2 general skills, and then Mighty Blow, and his 4 agility. He's effectively a like a wood elf or a not wood elf, pro elf blitzer.
But Pro Blitzers are amazing.
Yeah, and so he's really sweet, but
I mean, we can't forget that Pro Blitzers are just bullshit in elf form. They do some stupidly amazing things.
like I say, he's basically a pro elf blitzer with 1 double for Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we should never forget the fact that you should always be hating Pro Elves in all forms. But
in fact, I kind of want to check the price on that now to see how close he actually is to a pro elf blitzer with a double. I guess they're a little faster, but and come with sidestep.
That's your guard gone.
Yeah, but he's only a KO, so.
Yes, going for it.
And he snaked the GFI. I was so happy. So now I've got a plan to get to that ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can figure this out here.
Does it add up and push the
And Hungry Like the Elf just killed the zombie.
Actually, yeah.
But,
Yeah, but you regain doesn't matter.
but he got better, so.
It's always the worst when you do that. You get a good solid kill, and then the bastard gets up and walks away. Actually, I'm not, still not entirely sure how you're doing this. There's still those 2 4 strength guys there.
You'll see. Just give it a second. If Cyanide wouldn't pick the worst routes possible.
Which it always will.
And it's actually safer for me to do a dodge out of a tackle zone than it is going for it. Because it's the same roll, but I get a free reroll on the dodge.
Yeah.
And I actually make a going for it, shockingly enough. So now I got a 2dB tackle block blitz on a guy that just has dodge.
Any reason why you set pushing down?
Oh,
Or was it just
I pushed him down because the number 4 there is 4 agility white.
yeah,
And
okay.
I basically, as of right now, the ball being like in the scrum is the best thing for me because it just delays it.
Slows the game down.
Yeah.
And slow game is what you're after, really.
Yeah, I don't need to stop him. I just need to slow him down for 3 or 4 turns. Because by the end of this drive, the way I'm playing, I will probably not have enough players to mount a good offense. That's just kind of the way of Norse.
You've got, what, 8 on the field?
I think I can have at most 10 right now because we've only had the 1 injury, but
Yeah. And that was actually a pretty useful shadowing.
yep. Because now instead of doing a dodge to run through and pick up the ball, he's got to do multiple dodges that white does. Although he would have had shadowing chase him through possibly, but basically again just everything I can do to get close to the ball and slow the game down.
Because, well, yeah, he needs a 4 agility player of some sort just to get in there and pick it up, really. Because 3 agility is good, but you don't want to be wasting rerolls on it, to be honest.
Yeah, and he's only got 2 rerolls left, so he's got to. I mean, and this won't go into overtime since it's just a normal league game, but there's a lot of turns left. And I play like a dick on defense, so.
As you should.
And I'm really not sure. Like, I understand him knocking him down, but he decided to follow him up, and I'm really not sure why. Because now I do this and stand next to the ball.
That's a really odd choice. I mean, just to follow up anyway would have been a bit odd, but with the shadowing as well, it's just left it completely open.
And I figured I would step onto the ball and see if I could get a good scatter, since zombies probably aren't going to catch it. And no such luck.
It's still next to you. You can't really complain.
No, I mean, it's not the best scatter, but it could have been. I mean, one of his zombies could have caught it. They can always roll 6s.
Yeah.
But
And some best scatter you get is onto their player and they catch it just because you know that player is useless.
this is a pretty good turn in that the ball moved just like 2 squares, and it's still on the ground.
And he's having to roll dice. Oh, nice.
And another kill.
Nice.
It's an unskilled ghoul, but I'll take it.
Anything dead is always good.
So that's literally 2 turns in a row that Hungry Like the Elf has killed somebody. And
Especially this ghoul. And I just hate ghouls, but
he rolled 13 on the injury roll.
oh, nice, he did. Oh, that's amazing.
So,
Should get like double dead for that.
and this is a bad idea because I'll be following up into a negative block, but it was worth it.
You got the first one, so you can just feel superior.
It worked, so it all it all pans out in the end. And again, basically just crowding around the ball, make him throw blocks so he can't move his whites to get the ball moving. I mean,
That would have probably been a bit bad if he'd actually more double skulls.
that's number 10 in 3 games. It's been ridiculous on blocks. Like, I can't throw a block to save my goddamn life.
Well, some days it just happens.
I calculated it up, and if you have all 11 players throw a block every turn for 16 turns, you get 176 blocks.
Yeah.
For 5 double skulls, you need to throw 180 blocks statistically.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But dice don't follow mathematics. Dice are brutal. Things that hate you. Anyone who's ever played any sort of tabletop RPG knows that the dice don't respond to actual reality.
It's probability, it's not precise mathematics.
Exactly.
Everyone knows this. But yeah, basically, I mean, he's got to waste blitzes and get me off now. And
Frisky fail pick up.
well, he rolled a 2 the second time because 3 agility. Yeah, this is looking better and better for me as far as the whole stalling out for a tie thing. I was going to put him up here, and then I realized I didn't have a safety, so I dropped the Ulf down as a safety. Because he's actually a pretty good safety if he doesn't get marked.
He's got reasonable speed. He's doesn't have tackle, but
he can get an unassisted 2 dice block with Frenzy, so...
Yeah.
And for some reason it's showing this as a -2, even though that zombie doesn't have guard. And I was like, wait, what the hell, game?
Oh, actually, yeah, I've seen it do that recently. I think that's come in like the last patch where they fixed things.
Yeah, every patch more completely random things happen. As far as making the game shitty.
Well, they fixed something like the...
And there it goes, it finally realized.
They fixed the winnings bug and then they break 3 other things instead.
And this is the plus agility white that I'm trying to hit, so...
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And he's stunned, so... And in retrospect, this was a poor choice, but I thought it was a good idea at the time.
Probably not a good idea, but... No. Well, it was only into 1 tackle zone, I suppose, so it's not a hideous idea.
No, and the plus agility white is down, so... That's very good. And he followed up again for some reason, but I failed the shadowing this time.
Ah, lucky.
That would have been really nice to have been able to shadow him up there, but... And for all the shots most of my linemen have taken, they've held up very well.
Mm.
I think he only has 2 Mighty Blow players, but... It's still been good.
Well, by this point in the game, assuming he scores almost immediately from where he is.
Well, it'll be next turn that he can score at a bare minimum,
it's not,
which will be turn 14.
It's unlikely to be anything other than a draw by this point.
Well, I say that, and there goes the assistant coach getting knocked out. And I couldn't remember what all was on the sidelines. Yeah, I got 4 KOs right now, and 1 badly hurt loner. And he failed that pickup again, but passed it with a reroll, so he's now out of rerolls as well. and this is why I left the Ulf as a safety, is because even with a negative assist, you can get a 1 dice block, and I still have enough rerolls that it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, see, we're good.
Yes. I thought I was bound to roll skull again there.
No, it's fine. That Ulf doesn't. I'm out of movement, so I can't go mark the ball, which that's probably good because the werewolf has frenzy. But
Yeah.
and this is looking a little less good as time goes on since I have 5 players left.
Yeah.
But again, I don't need the win, so it's not too bad.
No, it's not a hideous position. It's just a bit rough. You're fine still. You've got 5 players, but 3 of them are standing. It's not like they're on the floor.
Yeah, it could be worse, but like I said, so now, I mean, it'll be at least he can't score this turn with the position his players are in.
No.
And the players he's moved, so it'll be a bare minimum of turn 15 before he scores, and that basically guarantees me a tie unless he gets a blitz and a good kick. She does have a kicker, so that's entirely plausible.
Yeah, I mean, getting the ball off that wolf is going to be difficult, if at all possible.
You got a plan, though. I'm going to serve him.
That's a risky dodge.
And he didn't make it.
The 5+ was never going to be an easy one.
No, but I figured I would try because I've made Saurus dodges and shit in the past for things like that.
Yeah.
And a win here would be even better than a tie because then it would feel more legitimate because I have already declared that I win tiebreakers because it's my league and I'm the one doing all the videos, so.
That's fair.
But that seems slightly unfair at the same time, but.
And to be honest, you're the only one in the league who's not crippled by the fact the thread's fighting on their skill ups and stuff.
Yeah, so. If I get a tie, if I get a win, it'll be a legit, I'll be in 6th place, I think. The other thing is, a win puts me, or 7th. A win means I don't have to face the Wood Elves first round. A tie means that I play the ridiculous Wood Elves first round, and I don't care what team you are, those Wood Elves are bastards. And it's time for a Vanity Surf.
Nobody killed the hideous war dancer yet.
See the surf here?
Yeah, this should be good. Yeah. Nice. It's all going to plan.
Just because I could.
Yes.
And it didn't do anything, but I felt a little bit better. Because I hadn't gotten a surf all game. So, finally got one in there. Thought, hell, why not? I'll go see if I can mark him, but snake the dodge.
Yeah, there's never really much you could do there, was there?
No.
Well, the classic dance.
But it's now, that was his turn 16, so even with the blitz, he won't be able to score.
Yeah, you should be safe.
If there's a riot, there's a small possibility, but.
Oh, the Yeti stood up.
Yeah, finally, on his 3rd try. And he's out 4 players, so he'll actually only have 9 players on the pitch. To my, I can't remember how many I have.
Not that many, by the way.
There's a couple down there. I've got 8.
That's not bad.
And Peyton is 1 SPP from a level, so
Vanity.
this is actually a good chance to, get a vanity pass in and some vanity blocks. And
So that only looks like 7 to me. Oh, failed catch. Shameful.
yeah, and I'm out of rerolls, but I mean, this is just trying to get some last minute SPP.
Yep.
if I could roll something besides skull both down. And guess what I forgot to do?
Turn off Hail Mary.
Yep.
Yep.
Even if I complete a Hail Mary pass, it can never get me SPP. It's like, fuck, shit, damn it. So no level for Peyton this game. But next game, maybe.
Maybe.
And we did get a level on Mangle Armor, if you were paying close attention, actually.
I can't say I was. But
He,
that's a good thing.
he was 3 SPP from a level, and he got a cast and a touchdown.
You got decent winnings.
And the loner's still the
Oh.
MVP.
Nice. But he only got hit on a zombie, so.
Yeah. So, Mangle
Level on
Armor
that.
got a level. Got normals, which I have no idea what to give him. Like, the normal on us, like, would be like piling on or something, but you don't really want to put a 4 agility blodger on the ground.
No.
So, I don't really know on him what he should take. Maybe Fend or something?
Fend would be sort of logical. It would keep him up and keep him out of the way of other piling on guys.
But we can also get a new runner, so... Which would be
that
nice.
position would be nice.
A little faster and a little better chance of punch tree.